Ah, you already know it's gunshots, gunshots, gunshots. Yo, this is the part two where we gonna go into how Mase exposes how he escaped Diddy and his abuse. You know, we're gonna say, right? But sit back. I just gotta play this because I think y'all really need to see this to get us hyped to get it going at the beginning. Alright.
What more do I have to do, man? Look at my hat, man. Look at my hat. Look how I show up on. Look how I show up on the Amalfi Coast, B. Am I letting y'all down? Let me know. Am I not representing y'all the right way?
Alright, you know what it is. Unique Mecca Audio, man. I'm getting ready to play this joint. I'm gonna get out the way. We're gonna play the rest of this Mase joint, how Mase feel about Diddy and how he had the abuse on him, and y'all get to see a little back and forth and learn with me on what went on with the beef with them directly from Mase, how Mase's mouth. Alright, so we're gonna get this thing popping. Let's see where we at. First thing we're gonna do is take me off, bong, and then we're gonna play Mase.
2016, Mase resurfaced on the Bad Boy Records tour, only to reignite his long-standing feud with Diddy shortly afterward. He took to Instagram Live to explain the situation, revealing that despite appearing on tour, his issues with Diddy were far from resolved. Mase then openly criticized his former boss, accusing him of unfair business practices. The tensions escalated further when Diddy made a seemingly heartfelt speech at the Grammys, calling out the lack of respect hip-hop and black music received from the award show. While many praised Diddy's speech, Mase was not convinced. In a now-deleted Instagram post, Mase expressed his frustrations, accusing Diddy of starving artists and unfairly profiting off their work. He didn't hold back, claiming that despite being responsible for many of Bad Boy's biggest hits, he had never been fairly compensated. Mase's criticism highlights a deeper issue in the music industry, where artists frequently clash with labels over rights and payments. For Mase, his time at Bad Boy seems to have left lasting scars, both financially and emotionally, further fueling the divide between him and Diddy. Mase's most pointed jab at Diddy came when he referenced his decision to walk away from fame and success due to the darker side of the industry and what came with it. At the height of his career, Mase was one of the biggest names in hip-hop.
How did y'all feel? What up, Cam? How did y'all feel when Mase walked away from hip hop? That's what I want to know. How do you feel when Mase walked away from hip hop? Oh, and big shout out to Inside what is this? Binge Pop. You know, big that's where this video from Binge Pop. Go check them out. You know what I mean? Binge Pop. But how did you feel when Mase walked away from hip hop to become a pastor? Put it in the comments. Let's hear about it. All right.
Enjoying chart-topping hits and widespread acclaim under Diddy's Bad Boy records. However, in a move that shocked fans and industry insiders alike, Mase chose to leave it all behind, citing the toxic environment and the moral compromises required to maintain that level of success. In interviews and even in his music, Mase has alluded to the exploitation, manipulation, and pressures that come with working in the industry, particularly under Diddy's leadership. He suggested that the fame wasn't worth the internal conflict it brought, describing a sense of being trapped in a system that prioritized profits over integrity. By walking away, Mase not only distanced himself from the fame, but also made a statement about his personal values. This decision resonated deeply with many who saw it as a critique of the cutthroat nature of the music business.
In other words, Mase was not down with the selling of his soul. So you understand.
And more specifically, Diddy's role in perpetuating that culture of greed and control. Netflix's documentary on the notorious B.I.G. reignited conversations about his life, shifting focus from the notorious hip-hop feuds to the deeper aspects of his personal journey and untimely death. While the documentary showcased Biggie's rise to fame, his love for music, and his relationships, it also prompted some fans to re-examine the circumstances surrounding his demise. With new insights, fans began speculating whether Diddy, once seen as Biggie's mentor and close friend, might have had a darker role in his tragic demise. Rumors have long circulated about Diddy's possible involvement, and the documentary has fueled these theories, leading...
Let me ask you this, right? How do you think Diddy feels? Right? Question. How do you think Diddy feels losing someone that's supposed to be his best friend? Let's say he, let's look at like Diddy's telling the truth and Biggie's really his best friend, right? How would you feel if the world was accusing you of taking your best friend's life, unaliving your best friend after he has passed, if he was truly your best friend? Or any of all that lost a best friend. Imagine someone started accusing you. The world started accusing you of killing that person. I'm just saying, just to give you a frame of mind where he's at, and now he's locked, trapped in a cell is the point of me bringing that up, not to get sympathy for him, but just to show you that all these thoughts is gonna come. And now if he's lying and he don't feel that way about Biggie and was all amused to get whatever he could get from Biggie and get over, you understand? He's also thinking in that cell. I'm finally caught. How I get out of this one, Robin? You know what I mean? That's where he's at. Right now, he has plenty of time to think about all that. Look how comfortable Diddy looks sitting on his couch. Look how happy and joyous and wonderful and brilliant and everything else he looked in this video that we get ready to continue to show. And then picture him sitting in a cell with a jumpsuit, can't shave, nobody to shave for him. I seen him, he had a dude just patting his hair and one dude holding a fan on his face, a little fan walking behind him. How do you pay somebody to hold a fan walking behind you but don't want to give somebody that helped you get the bag to be able to have somebody to walk behind you $3 million that he say that you owe him? And obviously he felt he was entitled to that, and you got $1 billion and he's only asking for 3 million, and you're paying people to pat your hair by the hour, you're paying people to hold a fan by the hour, you know what I mean? You're paying people to throw rose petals at your feet by the hour. I mean, come on, dog. They have something called karma, and she has a cousin, and her cousin is love. That's one of her cousins. When you violate love, her other cousin, loyalty. When you violate loyalty, her other cousin, honor. When you violate honor, you will be punished by karma. She misses no one. She may skip a generation. I might have went through what I went through in 26 years in prison for something that, Marcus Garvey did back then. You know what I mean? Or his family member, our family member before that. Because it skips generations, but she never forgets. Now, let's ride. Because we ain't riding a minute. All right. Now, Diddy's children, Diddy's grandchildren, Diddy's great-grandchildren, karma is going to come see them. It's not just for you. It's for anything connected to you. You heard what I said? My children, my children's children, my children's children's children. You know what I mean? It's like 3 generations, Now, they are all gonna be visited by karma, by something that I've done. And that's why I'm trying to do the right thing now, moving forward, to try and minimize the visits by the mighty karma. But she don't miss nobody. I do come out of jail, disrespect the girl, don't get rid of, sell all types of dreams, and he go da. And you know what I mean? He leave the girl, she cries, she go through all that, and then he back in jail. That's karma. You put your hands on the female, you disrespect her. You know what I mean? And then you wind up getting in a fight. Somebody just rob you, punch you in the face. All that is karma. But let's get back to this video, man. I don't want to get too philosophical on you.
some to question if business interests played a part in Biggie's fate. As more fans dig into the details, Diddy's relationship with Biggie is being scrutinized like never before, suggesting that the full story behind Biggie's death may not be as straightforward as it once seemed. Beyond Diddy's narrative, people like Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, have provided alternative accounts of the events leading up to Biggie's death. Deal has suggested that Biggie was considering leaving Bad Boy Records for a more lucrative deal elsewhere. This potential move would have been a major financial blow to Diddy, who allegedly had a significant stake in Biggie's career and future earnings. According to Deal, Biggie's departure would have left Diddy without one of his most valuable assets, raising suspicions about whether this played a role in Biggie's untimely demise. These claims have led to speculation that Diddy may have had a hand in orchestrating Biggie's demise to protect his business interests, a theory that continues to gain traction as more people question the true nature of their relationship.
You know how evil you must be if this allegation is true. Not saying if it is, it isn't at the court of law to figure it out, or y'all to do it in public media, but I don't do the public media. But do you know if this allegation is true, that he had something to do with his best friend, the man that created him into the artist that helped him blossom out into becoming this billionaire, that he's responsible for the unaliving of? Somebody talk to me. You're not evil of a person you must be. But do you know how much that could hurt a person if you're not that person and didn't have anything to do with it, and the world is saying that you did, and you have to now live with these thoughts and images and opinions of you wherever you go? Could you imagine what that's like as well? I just want y'all to see both sides. You know what I mean? Because we don't pick a side here, we just break it down. We just go, yeah, I mean, let's get this thing moving, man.
As fans and insiders revisit the circumstances surrounding Biggie's death, this dark possibility remains a controversial and unsettling topic in hip-hop history. Gene Deal has been spilling some major tea on his YouTube vlog, sharing eye-opening stories about hip-hop legends like Biggie, Tupac, Diddy, and Black Rob, all of whom were tied to the Bad Boy label during its golden era in the 90s and early 2000s. Deal, who used to be a part of Diddy's security team, has not held back when it comes to voicing his disagreements with Diddy. He's even raised some serious questions about the inner workings of Bad Boy Records and what really went down behind the scenes.
In the studio, he said, yo, I'm gonna drug their ass off and pick them up and pip them out to my nigga. What they're looking for, because it was going on the premises of sex. They're looking for pictures of girls that may appear to be underage. Craziness, man. And you know what's so crazy is, bro, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this, and yo, it's a lot of stories that goes around in this industry about not just him, other people. Jimmy Iovine. Ain't nobody talking about Jimmy Iovine. He got sexual charges and everything on him, but he got those publicists that's keeping it out off of CNN. It's keeping it off the major news reports. Nobody's talking about that.
Start hopping in the car. Didn't say nothing, didn't yell nothing.
This is something that goes on, man, that they're gonna push up under the rug, and a few years later, Bad Boy 5, 6, 7, 8 will be out. Context. Like they in the act. That's what they're looking for. So now, they're gonna go through all those devices. If somebody got any kind of weird fetishes that they got little kids or little girls or something like that in any kind of pictures or any kind of photos that they took out of there, man. And you know what's so crazy is, bro, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this. Yo, man, I should have saw, he told me he should have saw this coming with Cassie and the way he treated women when he slapped his mother. And I was like, he did what?
Deal's stories don't just stop at Diddy. He's dropped juicy details about Jennifer Lopez's relationship with the mogul, dished out his thoughts on Ignite, and opened up about the mysteries surrounding Biggie's tragic death. Having witnessed Biggie's shocking M in 1997 and living through the intense East versus West Coast rivalry, Deal's perspective is one of someone who was truly in the thick of it. Though Deal seems certain in his claims, some details, especially those related to Biggie's contracts, are hard to verify. With Biggie no longer around to clarify or dispute these stories, the full truth is tricky to pin down. However, Biggie's mother, Valletta Wallace, touched on his financial ties with Bad Boy Records in her 2005 book Biggie, Valletta Wallace Remembers Her Son Christopher.
Yo, I remember when Biggie's moms was running around handling her business, trying to find the killer of her son, Christopher Wallace. She gets a round of applause, and she definitely gets a round of applause. She definitely gets a round of applause. You know, she ran around and she fought, man. She got in the media. She did what she had to do. That's what a parent is supposed to do for their child, man. She represented her child, and she was very outspoken, you know. Let me get back to this, man. I'm about to get emotional on that. Rest in peace, Big.
Adding a layer to the puzzle, she revealed that her son trusted a friend and mentor for a mere $25,000, a shocking twist in the legacy of the iconic rapper. Diddy, seeing Biggie's raw talent, kept exploiting his innocence, slowly molding him into the label's shining star while keeping control over his financial future. According to various insiders, Diddy's greed was what drove him to push Biggie as Bad Boy's main rapper, putting more pressure on the young artist while profiting from his growing success. The relationship between Diddy and Biggie, once thought to be a strong bond of friendship and mentorship, now appears more as one of manipulation, where Diddy used Biggie's naivety to secure his own empire. Eugene "Gene" Deal, a former bodyguard for Diddy, has made startling claims about the tragic death of the notorious B.I.G., suggesting that it wasn't a random drive-by shooting, as commonly believed. According to Deal, Biggie's killer had been waiting for him throughout the night, suggesting a much more calculated and deliberate attack. Biggie, known for hits like Juicy, was just 24 when his life was cut short on March 9, 1997 in Los Angeles. FBI documents detail that Christopher Wallace, aka the notorious B.I.G., was a passenger in a Chevrolet Suburban, leaving a party at the Peterson Automotive Museum. At a red light, a Chevy SS Impala pulled up beside them, and shots were fired from inside the vehicle. Wallace was hit multiple times and rushed to a local hospital where he tragically passed away from his wounds less than an hour later. The autopsy, released in 2012, revealed that Biggie had been shot 4 times. Despite decades of speculation and investigation, his M remains unsolved, leaving fans and loved ones still seeking answers about the events that led to the death of one of hip-hop's greatest icons. There are long-standing conspiracy theories suggesting that Diddy may have played a role in the tragic deaths of both the notorious B.I.G. and Tupac Shakur, allegedly for personal gain. Some claim that Diddy sacrificed Biggie to secure his place in the music industry, benefiting from Biggie's success and legacy. Similarly, rumors swirl that Diddy was involved in Tupac's demise, fueling speculation that the East Coast-West Coast rivalry was exploited for financial and career advancements. Diddy didn't make things easy for Mase either. In a bold move, Mase crashed an interview with documents in hand, declaring himself finally free from his label ties, claiming his independence as a free agent. Mase revealed that Diddy had agreed to let him collaborate on tracks with other artists. But here's the kicker. Bad Boy Records still clung to all the rights to Mase's music, keeping a tight grip on his rap career even when he tried to break away. And trust me, the drama between them only escalated from there. In 2020, Mase took to Instagram and dropped some serious shade, revealing Diddy refused to sell back his publishing rights. Mase didn't just take this lying down. He offered Diddy a whopping $2 million for his entire catalog, but Diddy still wouldn't budge. Frustrated, Mase hit the studio and in 2022 released Oracle 2, The Liberation of Mase and Betha, a track where he let all his emotions pour out. In one fiery verse, Mase rapped, "Yeah, I'm just a Harlem guy reppin' down a Vegas strip with my own shug. You're from Mount Vernon? Go and rep your own hood. You ain't no architect. You just a guy who knows how to market death. Ouch." Diddy, not one to stay quiet, fired back, calling Mase a fake pastor and claimed that Mase owes him $3 million for a project he never completed. Mase's decision to expose Diddy for his evil ways has sent shockwaves through the industry. After years of holding back, Mase finally aired out his grievances, accusing Diddy of exploiting artists and controlling their careers for his own benefit. Mase's allegations add fuel to the fire, as Diddy is now entangled in serious legal troubles. The rapper turned minister's revelations about his time under Bad Boy Records shed light on the harsh realities many artists face when working with powerful figures like Diddy. While Mase focuses on how Diddy controlled his music and career, the mogul's legal issues have taken a far darker turn. Recent accusations against Diddy involve disturbing activities, including allegations of exploitation, known as freak-offs, where victims were reportedly coerced into participating in degrading acts. These shocking claims, combined with raids on Diddy's properties and the discovery of incriminating evidence, have placed Diddy at the center of one of the biggest scandals in hip-hop. As more people like Mase come forward with their stories, the full scope of Diddy's alleged wrongdoings becomes clearer. With mounting evidence and a growing list of allegations, Diddy's empire is under threat. Will Diddy be able to fight his way out of this, or will the weight of these revelations finally bring him down?
So that's where we at, man. You know, Mase said his piece. We heard the whole joint. Y'all put in the comments. Let me know what you think of it. I learned a lot from it, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, wow. I mean, he allowed him to do collaborations with other people, but he still owned the masters for him doing music with other people that Diddy, didn't have nothing to do with it, because Mase was branching out to do other music, and he said, you go out and you make money over there, and I still reap the benefits from it over here and own it. That's deep. That's definitely, you know, but that's where we at, man. So we've been on here long enough. Oof, I just wanted to cover that, man, you know. And then there's another one that I liked also with Chris Brown and Mase exposing how they felt about their dealings with Diddy. I might do that one later. I got a couple of days off. I'm just chilling. I'm going to just spend the day just pushing some videos out, keep y'all, you know, activated, let y'all see what's going on. And, you know, yeah, you know, you see the pink today, you know what I mean? So, you know, that's because we're dealing with Harlem with Cameron and, you know, Mase and all that. So, you know, I had to represent the pink for him, all right? Big shout out to Cameron, you know, Mase, Jim Jones, you know what I mean? Free Tide, the whole crew, everybody that stand up. All right. Now, check. If you subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit the notification bell. And the Cash App is on the screen. I don't care if it's $1, $5, or whatever it is. Shoot something towards making this system even better and keep an old man from a life of crime. All right.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, yeah. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. Yeah. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. An Instagram page and a YouTube you could go and visit. Yeah. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Real. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio. drive like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top Beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, you we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours, so we can give back to the